Good morning, everyone. Today we've got some fun stuff on the agenda, I guess. In about 10 minutes, I'm going to pick up some wheels and tires that I had dismounted. I have a customer picking those up this weekend. I got to run to Rite Aid Pharmacy. And then around 10 o'clock, we're supposed to have a 17 STI that is getting dropped off, which should be pretty exciting. I got it really cheap for being a 2017 STI. However, it's got some cheap fender flares. I don't know if the body's cut, but it's got some cheap fender flares on it that are paint matched, and it's got some roof and I believe hood hail damage. But I think the plan with that one is to throw a JDM EJ20X or 20Y, whatever they are, but to put a cheap JDM EJ20 in it and possibly lift it. There's not many good lift kit options, but I'd like to lift it and kind of rip it around for the winter. Maybe take it to Silver Lake Sand Dunes in the spring. We will see. But when we get that one going, we're going to focus on selling the 19 STI. Get that one sold. I like the car, obviously, but if we have another VA that we're driving, we don't want to be driving that one. And then we've got to work on the dreaded black Outback today that I've been battling and fighting against. We're going to put some sort of chemicals in the motor, see if we can break down some debris that is possibly clogging one of the cam gears. We will see, but we got to head pick up the tires, and I'll probably start working on the Outback, and then hopefully the 17 STI shows up and we can check that one out. I actually totally forgot about an appointment that I had. So we had to go to that appointment. It was for my diabetes. If any of you are diabetic and want to follow along that journey with me, I have another YouTube channel and another channel on all social medias. And the username on all of those is the Diabetic Burger. So go ahead and check those out if you're interested in that kind of thing. But 17 STI is going to be here in about 20 to 30 minutes. I'll set up the camera, record that, get that thing unloaded, check it out, see how it looks. I did get the oil flush kit or whatever it's called, motor flush, for that black Outback. So we're gonna probably do that after the SCI gets here. While he loads up, I'm gonna eat my lunch, and then we'll check out the car once he takes off. Let him load up, get out of here. But yeah, it's a little rougher than I thought, but it was cheap. But I'll show you guys. All right, we're done with lunch. Let's go check out the new purchase. If you watched any of the last videos, I was talking about a 17 STI that I would be getting. And here is the ugly duckling itself. I absolutely do not like the wheels or the flares at all. I think the car is pretty ugly, if I'm being honest. So, this car has a blown motor and obviously flares. So there's holes in the body, and you guys can see this right there. The body is chopped, unfortunately, but we got this car cheap enough where we can part it out if we want to, or I'm thinking about putting a 2-liter in it, like I said previously. So we got a bunch of parts in the back here. Got the turbo. It's got the factory downpipe. Looks like it might have had an intake. Interior, not too bad. Definitely needs some cleaning. It's got, I believe, 120-ish thousand miles. You can see all the hail damage here. Some good hail damage up here. And obviously the body's cut. I don't think it's even like sealed off or anything, so it's pretty poorly done. But I'm thinking about, like I said, a 2-liter, a JDM 2-liter, and lifting it, because I don't think it will look good again lowered. Maybe a lift with some little aggressive tires, some smaller rims. I think it might be cool. Kind of something to rip around in the winter, something to maybe take up to the dunes. Just be, kind of a daily driver. Wow. Nice sticker. The motor's all taken apart, but yeah, it's got a little nice carbon fiber grill. The windshield's cracked, which I didn't know about, unfortunately. I did know that the wheels have rash and one of them's bent. So, you know, it's pretty rough. But like I said, the price difference between I paid for the 19 and what I paid for this one is a very, very big difference. So that's fine. Like I said, we could part this out and make our money. But I don't know. I think it's kind of it's cool to have like maybe a beater that I can just rip around in. I don't know. We'll see. I feel weird saying a beater about a 17 STI, but she's pretty rough. I'm gonna look around inside a little bit. Like I said, it's got the factory downpipe. There's half of it. The other half is right here. It's got an NVIDIA exhaust that they chopped the mufflers off of, unfortunately. So it's probably really, 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 really loud. Got the top mount. I don't know what else. I don't know where the rest of that intake is. I don't know. Might not be able to find it. Whatever. You know, is what it is. But yeah, we got parts to work with. We got the intake manifold, we got the turbo, we got flywheel, things like that we'll need if we're doing a 2-liter. So it works out good. Let's get this guy into position. Where should we put this guy? Maybe next to the 07s. That's probably the best option. Either next to the 07s or just right here in this open spot. But yeah, let's I'm trying to think where to hook onto this thing. If you guys also have any ideas for lift kits, the biggest lift kit I was able to find was like a 1-inch lift kit. And it's just spacers. I'd love some coilovers, but I'm saving up for a house and I don't really want to spend $2,000 on a set of lifted coilovers. But if you guys know of any other lift kits or have lifted one of these newer STIs or WRXs, let me know down in the comments. Not a bad purchase though. Got 2 VAs. This is my second VA. Starting to come across them a little bit more. I used to never see them blown up, or they were really, really expensive. I think I'm just gonna go directly backwards, and then when I got somebody else that can help me steer it and all that, then I'll turn it around and get it faced on for the lift. But it's a lot of work by myself. So. My little yard vehicle, my old daily driver, leaking some trans fluid. That's not ideal. Pretty good amount. I was sitting here for a little bit, but it's pouring out of one of the hoses a little bit, so I'm gonna have to figure that out eventually. But I'll just throw some oil dry on it for right now and worry about it another day. She's gonna sit here for a bit. I don't know. I'll post a short form content video. But let me know what you guys think. Should I lift it? Should I put a 2-liter in it, lift it, and rip it? Or should I part it out? I kind of want to drive it because I'm going to be selling the 19 and I could have a really cheap VA STI. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me see if I can show you guys this. I can't believe somebody would chop a 17 STI like this that was a perfectly fine vehicle. I don't understand. And put these cheap flares on it. If you're going to chop it, put a legit wide body on it, not these junk flares. Look at these junky things. Look at this. Chopped. I wish I could show you the rear, but it's too low. But the front, I understand. You can put a new fender on it. The rear, you chop the quarters. You chop the whole car. Yeah, kind of blows my mind. But maybe this guy had a lot of money and didn't care. I don't know. But we're going to try and fix our Outback now. So let's jump on over to that. Pretty straightforward with this stuff. So this is just pour it in the motor, run it for 5 minutes, and change the oil. See if that helps. So I'm going to do that. Not going to show any of it on camera because it's pretty boring. But I will update you after I change the oil, and we'll see if it fixed anything. Just ran it for 5 minutes with that stuff in there. Gonna drain the oil, put some new oil in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time before I have to leave. I have to cook some food, take my insulin, and then I'm going golfing. So I'm not sure if I'll have time to do all that and take it for a drive, but I'm gonna at least drain the oil and get some new oil back in it possibly. Unfortunately, I'm highly anticipating that this motor flush kit or engine flush kit is not going to solve the problem, but all we can do is hope and try. So I'm going to top off the oil the rest of the way, take it for a drive, see if the code comes back. If it does, then move from there. Either start tearing it apart to get to the cam gear, or yeah, I think that's the next route after checking some more data. So we'll see. Gonna go on the second drive cycle here in a little bit. This is when it should pop on. I just went and drove around for a while. 2 drive cycles, it usually comes on. So we'll head on to the second one in a sec after letting it sit for a minute, and we'll see. Fingers crossed. Highly doubt it though. All I had to do was start it up and we got the code back. So I don't know. I'm looking at, if I look at live data here, I don't really know what I should be looking at or what I should be looking for. As soon as this code comes on, the oil control valve duty goes to 0, the oil control valve current goes to 0, and the VVT angle amount does nothing, even when driving. So if I move forward a little bit, normally when it would change, it doesn't really do anything. So yeah, I'm gonna send the info, the data over to somebody I know over at Subaru that was helping me, and see where to go. I'm gonna see if I can find what this stuff should be, what the data should look like while driving. It's weird, everything looks normal. It's not like we can see one cam gear's like sticking or not working properly or something like that. It's just like everything seems to be working perfect, and then it just goes to 0. So I don't know, but didn't solve it. So that's gonna wrap up this video for now, because I gotta jump onto some other stuff. I'm really trying to grow my audience. Please like this video, please subscribe. It helps these videos out and it helps me out a ton, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.